Kenya. But you, what do you say about my school?
Presec. Oh, Massa.
Pronounce the
Massa. Okay. Oh, sorry. Because there's Presec
Presbyterian
there's
Boys
Presec
Secondary.
Teshi.
Oh, no, please.
There's Presec under my bed.
Even those listening to us now from the US, the one you say Presec, just one Presec.
So if there's just one Presec, all of that noise. Why is it that you people organize extra classes? Extra classes
for other schools like your school
for you to take money from the children for others. Please.
We are organizing extra classes
for students from your school,
because we are far ahead, and it's been very, very difficult.
Who did you tell you this?
We are filling the gap.
You go and rehearse this thing for people.
No, we are filling the gap. That's
Raymond, let me ask a question. No, George, let me ask a question. Why did you people go and rehearse this thing that people will believe you for you to come and say it?
Let me show you.
It's established fact.
I'm surprised.
Yes,
Presec is far ahead.
People left Chemu to come and
yes, and over the years, a lot of guys are finding how to get close to Presec. Organize extra classes.
Those in Cape Coast.
Yes. Organize classes so that you can get close. It is not fair.
That's all.
Seriously,
we want everything to be fair.
Even the quality of the arguments has deteriorated.
So what are you telling me?
The quality of the arguments is gone.
Daniel,
so the choice for
I have one question.
Brought to you by
since you're fulfilling
Standard Chartered.
Do the show.
No, wait. Okay, I've turned your mics off. Wait, anymore. Wait. You will come and ask your question. Wait. Let anymore go.
Thank you. Since you are fulfilling your corporate social responsibility by giving education to the masses, why was Raymond refusing to talk about it?
Oh, but you know how we do.
Why were you ashamed?
Why were you ashamed to talk about your corporate social responsibility?
No. I'm saying that you reserve the best for the last. One.
Yes.
Two. It's okay. We are playing.
We did news review, not news reading.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's okay.
Now you want to do Sports Center?
Yes, Sports Center is brought to you by.
Yes, obviously.
It's brought to you by the.
Go.
By the education system.
MTN. Check the Presecans in MTN.
MTN, welcome to the new World Standard Chartered
Boys
Bank.
in StanChart.
Here for good.
Boys.
FAC blows your pain away. Multi TV just thrills. I hope your arguments have blown your pain away. I'm killing your mic, George. It's a new year, it's a fresh beginning. Whatever your needs are, we there for you. Is it the need to pay fees or the need for that salary or rent advance or that little something to just cushion yourself? Just keep talking, texting, browsing and transacting more with your MTN Momo and you could win 30,000 Ghana cedis and lots of other exciting cash rewards and more each month to cushion you in the new year with the MTN More For You promo. And even brighter, you earn additional 75,000 points for every 150,000 points you accumulate to increase your chances of winning these awesome cash rewards. Dial *120# to check your points. We day for you everywhere you go. Now this is our year to live, breathe and stand red through the highs and lows of the season. Join millions of Reds around the world to show what we wear, what we do and what inspires our great club and win loads of prizes. Just use your Standard Chartered Visa debit or credit card online or at any point of sale in and out of Ghana to win signed jerseys and an all-expense paid trip for two to Anfield. Remember, Standard Chartered is the official sponsor of Liverpool FC and we stand red with you. Liverpool, you will never walk alone. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And we're standing red. Good. I like the tie. Keep it going. Standing red. Yeah. Keep it going. Now, I have to say happy birthday to Seth Cornelius. Good morning to you and a serious chaotic birthday to you there, Seth. Hope you enjoy every bit of your day.
Also a chaotic birthday to you. The name is Rubina Dokomingo Adi from Family and Friends. Rubina Dokomingo Adi from Family and Friends.
Wow.
And a chaotic morning to you, Jude Anamwa Mensa. Judana Wamensa and Leila Pinto.
No, you can keep the female names. You are doing very well. But let's get into the Sports Center this morning. You are very good,
Because you went to Presec, I'll forgive you.
In their quest to restore football back to normalcy in the country, the Ghana Football Association Normalization Committee has inaugurated 6 ad hoc committees to aid them execute the mandate. Benedict Owusu was at the event and has details of the committees.
Vice Chairperson of the Normalization Committee, Madam Lucy Quist, announced the various committees with their specific mandate which they are to finish within 3 to 4 weeks. The committees are Domestic Leagues, which is chaired by Dr. Kwame Banuakun, a former official of Asante Kodoko, with 7 other members. Communications and Promotions Committee is chaired by Paul Adum Ochre with Eko Asma as vice and 4 other members, which includes Kwame Sefakai. National Teams Committee has former Black Stars psychologist Patrick Ofori as chairman, with former Black Stars defender Samuel Osekofor as vice chairman with 6 other members. Technical and Development Committee is chaired by Dr. Emmanuel Owusu-Ansah with 6 other members, which includes Stephen Appiah and Oti Akenten. Referees Committee has former Ashanti Gold CEO Kujo Fiano as the chairman with 4 other members, and the last but not the least committee is the Marketing and Sponsorship Committee, which has Mr. Gadi Lai as chairman with Yao Ampofo Ankra as vice chairman and 6 other members.
Benedict Owusu with that report. Now, according to the chairman of the Normalization Committee, Dr. Kofi Amoah, the various ad hoc committees are to make proposals to solve problems bedeviling Ghana football. He has no doubt the men and women put together will deliver to make the game great again.
Their expertise, their personality, their demonstration of patriotism, the different things they have done in their field. If you look at the marketing and sponsorship, Mr. Gedilaya used to be the president of the Ghana Advertisers Association. So all these people, if you know them, you see that we selected the right people for the right committees. Ghana is blessed with a lot of intelligent people. What is missing is for us to decide to have confidence in ourselves and trust each other and get the job done. And I think this is going to demonstrate that reforming Ghana football is doable. It will bring strength into it. It will bring sponsorship. And then our young people who want to play the game will be inspired that this is a good profession for me to be in, instead of always dreaming to leave the shores of Ghana. So for me, this is a very important assignment, national assignment, and in the end, we hope that it will be positive.
Domestic Leagues Committee Chairman Dr. Kwame Banu-Akod thanks the Normalization Committee on behalf of all committees and pledged the commitment to making inputs which will help reform Ghana football.
We believe that the work of the ad hoc committees will be to look at, now that we know the key challenges, what are the solutions? Because identifying the challenges in this itself is a first step towards resolving, coming up with a solution. So we would like to assure the Normalization Committee that it's a task that we are prepared to face. It's not a problem, it's a challenge. And I believe I'm speaking for all other members of the various committees that is surmountable. We will be able to do that, and we are going to commit resources.
Now, the various ad hoc committees have within 3 to 4 weeks to complete their work. Fred Papo, a member of the technical committee, believes they can work within the time frame.
3 to 4 weeks is a bit tight, but I'm sure when we sit down, we start talking, we'll know what level of effort we can put in.
But you have a fair idea of what exactly you guys are going to do?
I think so. I believe so. And I'm sure my committee members too also have a fair idea.
All right, let's move away from the Normalization Committee, but stick with Ghanaian stuff. And, Christian Achu's Newcastle scored 2 goals in extra time to defeat Blackburn in the FA Cup third round replay at the Ewood Park. Now, Newcastle's win was the first in 7 games in all competitions since a 1-0 Premier League victory at Huddersfield on 15 December. And they will play Watford at home in the 4th round on January 26. It's also the 6th time they have won an FA Cup tie since Mike Ashley became the owner of the club in 2007. Let's get on to the tennis right now. And Britain's Dan Evans succumbed in 3 sets after pushing defending champion Roger Federer hard in an entertaining Australian Open second round match. Evans, ranked 189th in the world, lost 7-6, 7-6, 6-3 against the 20-time Grand Slam champion. Federer will play either France's 30th seed Gael Monfils or America's Taylor Fritz in the 3rd round.
Well, I think I couldn't pull away maybe early in the match. It always helps when you sneak in a quick break, win that first set, and then maybe start pressing even more so. And I might have had that obviously midway through the second set, and I think maybe if I'm able to close out that second set, things are maybe going a bit smoother. But I think he played very well. It was like I said, hard to pull away. His credit. I thought I played well.
Roger Federer there. More upsets at the Australian Open, and 5th seed Kevin Anderson is out of the Australian Open after being beaten in 4 sets by American Francis Tiafoe. Now, Anderson, who reached the final of Wimbledon in 2018, took the first set 6-4, but his 20-year-old opponent fought back to take the next 3 6-4, 6-4, 7-5 and seal a place in the 3rd round. So let's make some sense then of what's been happening so far this morning at the Australian Open. Here's the BBC's Russell Fuller.
Yes, a very disappointing start to the season for South Africa's Kevin Anderson, the 5th seed, who was the runner-up at Wimbledon last year and the runner-up in the US Open the year before that, has been beaten in just the second round. The biggest casualty seed so far at this Australian Open. He lost in 4 sets to Francis Tiafoe of the United States, who's just 20, inside the world's top 40 now. Anderson was troubled by a right elbow problem, which definitely was a factor in the defeat. In terms of ranking, not a disaster, because Anderson had a very disappointing Australian Open last year. He lost to Britain's Kyle Edmund in the first round, so he's actually gone further this year, which will marginally improve his standings. But it's all about the Grand Slams for these top players, and Kevin Anderson will take no further part in proceeding. It's not often that Roger Federer spends 2 hours and 35 minutes on court at the second round stage. The first couple of sets took 2 hours. They both went to a tie-break. Dan Evans, 189 in the world, a qualifier, but he's a lot better than that. He served a year out of the game after testing positive for cocaine, and he played exceptionally well. He's a bit of a mirror image of Roger Federer, likes a slice backhand, very elegant player, really good entertainment on the Rod Laver Arena. Evans had a chance in the first set tie-break to win it, but missed a couple of volleys when under pressure, and Federer got the match completed in the straight sets, and he, I think, is very confident. He likes his chances. He's had almost a perfect build-up and a perfect start to this Australian Open.
Russell Follen there, of course, in Melbourne, where we're having the Australian Open, and of course we have to let you know as well, Marion Cilic beat Mackenzie McDonald 7-5, 6-4, 6-4 to go through to the next stage of the competition. We'll talk about basketball shortly, but let's do this because Kumasi Asante Kotoko have returned from Cameroon after the first leg victory over Cotton Sports de Garoua in the CAF Confederations Cup playoff. The Porcupine Warriors touched down yesterday and immediately left Accra for Kumasi to begin preparations for the second leg in Kumasi on Sunday. Coach Siki Akono addressed the media on arrival.
There was a need for us to keep the ball and possess the ball, and not in our half, in their half, also not in the middle, but at the wing, at the flanks. And through that, we have a speedster in the name of Jemfi, who we could use him at that point. And then also we found out on weakness and on strength.
All right, there'll be live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM on Sunday. But let's get some basketball news now. And the Golden State Warriors posted an NBA record of 51 first quarter points as they thrashed the Western Conference leading Denver Nuggets this dawn.
Steph Curry, a good look. And another triple. And the Warriors... KD... There it is! No Warrior team's ever made 10 threes in a quarter. Difference. Draymond switches on to Murray. Contests that shot, and he made it anyway.
He's going to be when he's 25, 26.
Final 5 seconds. Durant! In a 51-point quarter. Oh, my... Murray from mid-court, and he banked it in!
All right, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson scored 31 points apiece, and Kevin Durant added 27 as the hot-shooting Golden State Warriors routed the host Denver Nuggets 1-4-2-1-1-1. Yes, I know. Back. The Warriors set an NBA record there, first quarter.
What do you hear of Harden's record?
You know what? The previous record of 50 points was held by 5 teams, with the Phoenix Suns, the last club to accomplish the feat, on November 10, 1990. So this is a big one for Golden State Warriors, and it's all fine. That's it for the Joy Sports Center. Daniel.
Thanks, George. And please.
I'm happy you are in blue. That's good. The blue magic is working out. And you top that with a red. Stand red. Stand red.
If you add the color of my shirts, people will think differently.
Okay.
It's 29 minutes past 7. George, let's take this break and go for the group before we get into trouble. How about that?
Yes. Good. I think so.
Good. But thanks for staying tuned so far. We're going to take this important